Hi, I'm Katy Jean with SaltWire, and today I have somebody that's coming to Dartmouth. Comedian Dave Merheje is coming to the sanctuary. Um, let's learn something about you. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? Yeah.
I'm all
How are
right.
you?
You're in Los Angeles. Might be better than me.
I mean, wait, are you in Halifax in the city?
I'm in Dartmouth.
You're in Dartmouth. Okay. I've never
I
been to Dartmouth,
am.
but I mean
You've never been
adjacent.
in Dartmouth?
No, I might have driven through. I've probably driven through. I've never, so I don't really want to pit Los Angeles against Dartmouth or Halifax. I think from what I could tell, Halifax is adorable. I don't say that in a dissy way. I think it's very sweet. Not saying that LA isn't adorable, but they're just two different places. You know what I mean? Some days I
Well,
think
yeah. Well, weather-wise, we're having a beautiful day. What's it like? What's it like there?
it's probably better than where you are. That's for sure.
That's more what I meant. That's more, yeah. I don't think Halifax and Dartmouth is really comparable to
That's
Los
way better.
Angeles.
But I mean, if there's other things that Dartmouth and Halifax might have over Los Angeles, like, the thing with LA, everyone's like, it's the weather. And I think people get fixated and caught up in that top thing that they forget about anything else. They're like, it's the weather. I love the weather. But I go, what happens when you get past that vibe of I enjoy the weather? If you don't really fully research the city, now you're stuck with good weather and maybe something else
That's
as well.
that's true. And you've been there since 2020?
Yeah, and I relocated back here in 2020. I lived in LA 2016 to 2017.
And where are you from?
I'm originally from Windsor, Ontario.
Thrilling place, just like Los Angeles.
I mean, look, Windsor gets a bad rap a lot, especially from other Canadian cities. But look, man, you got to have an open mind. There's good food there. There's a lot of cultures. You got to just, you gotta come down. Maybe I can show you around. I'll show you around. Me and my brothers will show you around to maybe prove to you that Windsor isn't as maybe horrible as you think it is or assume it is.
How long are you in Dartmouth for?
I'm gonna be in Halifax a lot longer than Dartmouth, but I think I'll be there for a day in the show. Like I'm flying into Halifax.
Right.
But I'll be there. Look, if somebody's there that wants to, show me the impact and take me around, I'm in the city till October 12th. So you have I get there October 7th and I leave October 12th. So you have time to show me so that when I leave, I could be like, Dartmouth is the best city I've ever been to. You have
Oh, no
time.
doubt. But I could also show you Windsor, Nova Scotia.
I think I knew that, or I did. I
It's like
probably.
it's like this big. Um, it has, I think, like five main roads, but it has really good restaurants.
I'm going. 5 main roads is all you need. You know what I mean? What is there?
Yeah,
What 60 people in? That's good enough. I think
yeah,
big cities are overrated, maybe too, because as I get older, I'm like, give me a town that's like 25 people, maybe a male person, and like a firefighter and a loose cop. I'd say maybe like a retired cop is really what's going to happen. And yeah, 30 people, 2 roads. I'm in. That's
you
probably the street.
that's half of Nova Scotia. You've found your homeland here.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
international.
I'll show you around. I'm from Dartmouth, and I live in Dartmouth. But the sanctuary that you're going to is absolutely beautiful. I saw John Gore there a few months ago, and it's great. It's new. It used to be a church.
That's what I've heard. That's what Nick, who's producing it, told me. Because I've
Yeah,
always
I have to.
performed Yuck Yucks, the bus, but this is not in Dartmouth, but the bus stop theater, which I
Yes.
really love. And then I can't remember the theaters we did when I was there with Rick Mercer. I don't know why it's not coming to my mind. It's like near a university campus, I feel. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe the Dalhousie Arts, possibly
Maybe.
Rebecca Cohn.
Ah,
Mhm.
that is Rebecca
Rebecca
Cohen.
Cohn.
So this
I
will
was
be the first time at the sanctuary.
Nice. Yeah, I was at the Rebecca Cohn yesterday with the Wiggles.
Is that like what is the way? Is that I feel like it feels like an indie band. Like an indie
It's the kids show.
I thought that first, but I didn't want to say it. I was like, the kids show? I'm like, I don't know if you have kids. So I was like, if she went to the kids show by herself, that's great.
Like, I think actually, I think it'd be great to have a couple drinks and go to a Wiggle show. Like, it's entertainment and be on your level. So your sanctuary, there's stained glass. How do you think your comedy will do with the stained glass sanctuary?
Is that because there's religious undertones?
A little bit.
You know, I mean, I hope God is open to me expressing how I was raised in my experience, whether they be through drugs or sexual experiences, you know. But I hope there's an open mind there. I'm only trying to be as honest as I can with myself and God.
That's all God can ask for, really, is honesty.
Tupac said, "Only God can judge me."
That's gospel. I mean, he also said, like, Hail Mary. He did the entire changes. Yeah. He also did Hit 'em Up, which, I mean, if you want to live by that, that's a totally different lifestyle.
Yeah, I try not to live by that, but
like, he's really inclusive. Tupac is really inclusive of all lifestyles.
Exactly. So that's what I feel I'll bring to the sanctuary. So may God, you know, be by my side.
I think you can. So you've won awards. You are in this. You are a comedian. And you're also doing shows like televised shows. How is that going? Is that like because you're in LA? Is that why you're in LA? Like what's kind of going on in your career?
No, I kind of, you know, I think I came to LA because from a younger age, you know, I was like, maybe this is the path to go. So that's how I originally moved to like maybe I've always wanted to act, so to do more acting. But I think how I got these, you know, TV opportunities was they weren't necessarily connected to Los Angeles in a sense. Do you know what I mean? It was just like being around people that were doing these projects and auditioning for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like I don't think it was, I think moving to America did help me a lot in a sense, get these certain opportunities in the US, but I think it wasn't LA specific. Do you know what I mean? Right. Like I auditioned for this show that, you know, has 3 seasons on Stars and Canada, and in the US it's on Hulu. It's called Ramy. Like, I already knew the main actor and creator of the show from before, and we had I think I was in New York. We were both in New York doing shows, and that's when he's like, "Do you want to audition?" So it was like, you know, through relationships and then just kind of keeping, you know, on the path that I wanted to keep, that these opportunities arose and stuff.
Right. So with Ramy, like, how do you feel with that representation? Like, how do you also feel like, one, that, you know, there's now more representation like that, but how do you feel being the representation?
I don't, you know, I mean, for me, it was like the script was great. The people that were involved in it, I wanted to work with, you know, especially to work with Ramy in that kind of in that capacity. And again, like I said, I've always wanted to act. And then it came like, it is good to, you know, I think anytime, you know, people who feel underrepresented can find a show or a song or an artist or music that they could connect to, I think that's like a great thing. You know, because especially if you're not seeing it a lot, or if you're seeing like a representation that's like has negative, you know, negative vibes to it, or just negative, and you're just kind of used to that. So that something comes along that you're like, you know what, I'm proud of this. I'm proud to say I'm a part of this culture, and then this culture is being represented. So, but it's also a cool story about not specific. It's like, you know, to that family. And a lot of the stuff that comes up, I think a lot of cultures can experience too. It's not just specific to
Oh yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
It's very. It is relatable. I mean, and that's what I like. I watch the show, and that's what I like about it. Is that it's just like it's like you can see yourself in it if you aren't of it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes that's hard to do, like culturally. Like I'm sure there's a lot of like white people shows that are like that is not what my family is like at all to anyone that's not white. But and the other way around happens too. But this like it is a really approachable, easy to watch, not easy to watch, but digestible
Yeah.
kind of show, and I really like that. But yeah, I can just imagine. Like, do you feel any sort of like responsibility with that, or are you just like you said, you like and like Ramy, like, and you trust him obviously, but like, is there anything that comes with that you're just like, okay, I'm out there as like kind of a like I guess representation.
I mean, specifically to that show, I mean, I feel responsible to the work, I'm putting and doing a good job in whatever's in front of me work wise, and acting the best way I can, and to come across the screen and do the best job to my ability. Do you know what I mean? That's how I, and if there's like, I can't really, I mean, obviously I can't, no one can control how you're going to perceive it or how you're going to feel. I can't control that. Like, I mean, I don't, it's not like in any malice. Do you know what I mean? It's like, this is the work that I've been given to. This is the script. This is how the scenes play out. And I'm just my focus is like, developing this character and being true to the character and doing the best job I can in each scene or anytime I'm on camera.
Right. Yeah. With honesty, kind of.
Yes.
But yeah, so with that, like with stand up though, is like stand up still like that's what you do and that's what you want to do?
I mean, it was, well, I've always wanted to do both, but I mean, for me, when I was like when I was like younger, I was like, let me do stand up, find my voice, and then transition into acting. That was always the goal. So it's like, I always do both, but the goal was to go from stand up to acting. That's
great. Yeah, totally. I want to take you around Dartmouth. I think we could have some fun. I know. Well, I'm from here. I know the streets not to go down. That's always helpful.
That's very
do you like beer? What kind of food do you like?
And I was like, I do like beer, yeah.
We have all the beer that you can
I know. I was there in the I think I was there in April of this year. So I'm not Dartmouth, but Halifax. And I did my good friend who's a comedian. He works at a brewery. He works at Good Robot.
Oh, nice, cool. Yeah, I love Good Robot.
So I would go. So he would have like he'd have beer, and I was like like a lot of it. So I was trying not to indulge too much with it, but I do like a good beer. Kona is my favorite. I don't know if they have it there. I think it's a Hawaiian company. Yeah, well, I think you're here around Alexander Keith's birthday, who used to be the mayor of Halifax. He makes Keith's, obviously, yeah. Keith's beer. And they usually have stuff around his birthday, but I can't remember when in October it is. But maybe we can do that. I mean, this is your city, so you'd have to show me, the spots. So we could do that. We could avoid the bad streets. I don't know how bad they are. I don't know how bad the bad streets are, but I'm pretty sure they're bad. Well, I think a few years ago we had the Halifax in general, which includes Dartmouth, the second highest homicide rate, and we're going for number one. We're not going to be a runner-up, okay? We're doing our best. I'll tell you this: I will not mess around. From my experience with anyone in Halifax or Dartmouth, I know that for sure. I tell people, I was like, that is not. Well, Halifax is the only experience I have. Is not a city to play with. So I come as a man with sensitivities, and I'm just here for a good time. There will be no aggression on my part. Nothing. I'll protect you. Yeah, I have glasses. I don't want to be you know, I never want to get hit in the face. Or the other thing is I'd have to find a glasses holder, and you know, that's not going to be a good time. That's going to stall the fight.
It's a whole process.
Yeah.
Like,
so
no, but yeah, okay. So with Top Hat Comedy, you're going to be at the Sanctuary. Nick Martinello is opening for you, and I feel like there was someone else.
There's Amanda Rose, I believe.
Right.
Jordan Foisey. I know both. I know all three. Some more than others, but I do know all three. So I can say that they're going to do a great job, and they're very funny. So I'm not lying. So it's not like he put together people I don't know. So this is a solid endorsement. This is a real endorsement. These are all
that should be on the poster. They are very funny.
Yes, and
that's all.
So I only do solid investments. Wait,
is that October 3rd or 4th?
What?
Is it on October 3rd or 4th?
I mean, if we both don't know, we're screwed. It's October 7th.
It's on October 7th.
Yeah.
I'm great at this. Okay, well, October 7th, Sanctuary. You got other comedians with you. You're in Dartmouth. We're going to do something. We look forward to having you.
Yeah, and you know, if the Wiggles come back, I don't know if I'll go to, you know, did you go to Wiggles by yourself?
No, I do have a child.
Okay. So you went with a child and a family. There was a family there.
Yeah. I did. Like, I brought the kid with me to see the Wiggles, more or less.
I think it would have been really fun if you went with a 6-pack of OV and by yourself.
I was actually thinking, because they do 3 shows, like they do like a 12, 3, and 6 o'clock show. Like next time I'm bringing my kid to like the 12 o'clock show, and I'm like going to the bar until 6 o'clock next time. That sounds like a great day to me.
And you can bring a lawn chair, even if it's theater seating. You're like, I don't agree with your chairs. So
yeah. But yeah, okay. Well, I look really forward to seeing you. I'm going to put the link to the tickets in the captions down here. But yes. I look forward to seeing you in Dartmouth.
Same. Thank you again for this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.